Hello and welcome to Game 1 of the SRL Hiatus State of Origin. This is going to be a good one. State of Origin where men are made and the boys are left off the field. This is going to be great. In the box with me, I've got the one and only Josh Pretlove. Pretlove, how are we feeling for this State of Origin game?
Yeah, mate, look, it's great feeling here. State of Origin, always a good time. I don't know who let us in the box, but it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. We've managed to sneak our way in here. I'm not too sure who let us do this, but we are here for your viewing and listening pleasure tonight as you've got State of Origin for the SRL. How good. This is going to be a great one. I'm excited. You're excited. We are all excited. TBK here to kick us off right now and begin this series for us. Pretlove, what are you expecting for this game?
Well, yeah, look, for this game, I'm expecting it to be classic State of Origin tale, as that's what we see straight off the bat. Straight off the bat is kind of exactly what you're expecting. That's State of Origin to a T.
Absolutely. Snicko Bro just flattening Luke Malchus, saying, "Get on the floor, you are mine." And now Luke Malchus running it up once again. He looks for I'd say a smaller man, but that's Snicko Bro's brother, Igor, my cousin. They're both the same height. And he's back in it again. Liam Ryan trying to get through him. Igor's too strong with that green hair. And that's an early kick as well from the Maroons. And not the deepest one either. Chaz Dingo fields it. Steps one. Nearly gets through the line. He's over the 40. That's great work from the Blues really early on. Good defense. The kick wasn't perfect from Jack Carl. He would have loved to get that a lot deeper. But here the Blues are on the second on the halfway mark. It goes to Snicko. Snicko nearly through the line. The Maroons have to hold on to his back there to stop him. Looks like James Thorne making that one. It's O'Shea Ole now, running it up. The man in the halfback jersey, he'll be excited for this one. It'll be a very good game for him, I reckon, as Walmsley goes in through the middle. But he gets driven back in some good defense from the Maroons. It's the fifth. They go out to the left to TBK. TBK with the little punt in the corner. And now Ben O'Donnell, he steps one. He tries to get through, but Chaz Dingo's there to stop him. That's a great cover tackle from him. Now Lachlan Cox trying to get through, and Josh Pretlove, this has been a fast-paced game really early on here. Which side do you think cracks first?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's been a fast-paced game. Bit of bias in here, but I think Queensland would be the ones that crack first here. Looking at the teams kind of on paper, I think the forward pack for New South Wales is going to get through the line first.
Oh, well, let's see it. Both teams have a lot of heart, and I'm keen to see which team is able to step up and really make that big statement early on. As we see Thorne sending it out real deep to Jack Carl. A deep kick all the way to Bell, and Bell is dangerous. We'll see how he does, but that's a great tackle. They don't give him the opportunity to step anybody. They take him down on the 30. It's Chaz Dingo now, and he's flattened. Luke Malchus in it again. He gets one back on the Blues, even though this one has been put on a back. But hey, if you'll take what you get, Luke Malchus. You know, you're not going to say no to a big hit any day. As TBK is taken down, it goes to KCK. Over to Will K. There's too many Ks in here. It's going crazy on the fourth, on the halfway mark. Out to Snicko Bro. Snicko Bro bumps off one. He's having a good start to this game, Snicko. And he goes over the 30 as well. Now, it's Tim James. He sends it back to TBK. All the way down to Ben O'Donnell now. Ben, he steps one, and he tries to weave inside out and mix Chaz Dingo up, but he manages to just hold on with the help of Dom Pongston. It goes out to Lachlan Cox. Lachlan Cox is driven back. The Maroons, they have the opportunity to make some meters on this set. The Blues just barely able to take down Luke Malchus there. It gets almost the halfway mark. They go left. Johnson now. He gets through. Oh, good offload, but the Blues defense is solid. Will K having to come in and get involved in that tackle as well. It's Luke Malchus, and he bumps off one. Man, he's trying to make up for that early big hit that he got put on him. It was a bit embarrassing, but he's really taken it in stride. It goes to Corey Bell once again. It seems like he's their target tonight, and they're handling him well so far. Now, Pretlove, at the moment, it's still a standstill It seems like the Queensland backs are really getting into this game so far, and the Blues backs have been kept a little bit quiet so far. As I say that, Eli Barnes makes a break, but Pretlove, they might be trying to make me swallow my words. But the actual feeling I'm getting with this game is the Blues forwards are just really getting involved, and the Queensland backs are getting involved as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The Blues forwards are definitely setting the pace for this game, and same with the backs for the Maroons. They've definitely been they've shown up. But yeah, we're just under 10 minutes in, and Ben O'Donnell now, as you mentioned.
Yes, he's straight through the line. Ben O'Donnell, Chaz Dingo's trying to keep up with him, and he looks like he's got him. He takes him down on the 10, and man, I might have been right about that. Ben O'Donnell, he's having a great start to this game. They go right. Jack Carl trying to barge his way over, but he forgot he's a little halfback, and he's not going to barge over Snicko, bro. It goes right. Caleb J now trying to get through, but he's taken down by Walmsley. It's the third. Queensland have a great opportunity to get points on the board. Left again. Johnson, he wants to dive over. He gets close, but the Blues managed to flip him on his back there. Tony Tanihi's going to send it up. He sends it up as a try. I'm not sure if there's bias in that one or not. It looked like he didn't get it down, and I think that confirms it. The bold header's on the floor, but definitely not the ball. As the lights come up, no try. Going back to the 10 now, on the 4th, Sonny Tyre tries to go himself. He's going to really try, but he just gets stopped not too far before the line. They go left, out to Chris Lord. Chris Lord with a great kick, and it's Chris Lord. He collects it himself, his own grubber, and he gets the scoring started tonight for the Queensland Maroons.
Yeah, it was a great set from the Maroons to get up there. Obviously, it all started with Ben O'Donnell from that run from his own half. And then, yeah, they got set into some great field position, and Chris Lord with the grubber. Malchus, look, he went for it, Malchus, there, but, yeah, he missed that one, and Chris Lord was able to clean up the scraps of his own kick. Oh, actually, no, it's come off the upright there. That's why it's made it a bit tricky.
Yeah, the upright seems to be a strategic play there. Chris Lord just booted it straight into that upright. Luke Malchus didn't seem to get the memo as he jumped onto nothing. And it just bounced back perfectly for Chris Lord. None of the Blues even knew what was going on. And now Queensland, this is a great start for them. They'll be very happy with this one. The early points are always good to get in the SRL. And usually when you score the first try, it will just give you a lot of momentum, a lot of hope. So now the Blues, they'll really need to fight to get themselves really back into it and get themselves into the grind again, because the backs for Queensland, man, they've been good and they've been putting the Blues on notice all games so far, and now the forwards are starting to get involved with Chris Lord scoring that one. So this will be one hell of a game, I reckon, as we see Luke Malchus running it back up again. He's not afraid of Snicko, bro. Not afraid of that contact. Snicko even holds him down for a little bit there. Thankfully, no penalties. Hate to see the Racks get too involved in this one, as Chris Lord runs it up after scoring that last try. It's going to be Mav Oldfield stepping through the line. Jack Jimmy's able to take him down, though. Two Storm teammates there going up against each other in that second row position and the wing position. As we see Demando straight down the touch line, getting a lot of space. The Blues really need to shore up that defense. Queensland are just running straight through gaps that should not be there. It's Dixon now, just taken down by Jack Jimmy. He's had a lot of work to do here. It's Jack Carl now with the kick down to the wing. Dom Ponkston, this is his first run of the night, and he gets a bit of space too. Liam Ryan has to come over and stop him. That's a very good tackle from him. And Pretlove at the moment, Queensland just seem to be on top of the on top of this contest here. What do Blues need to do to get back into it?
Yeah, look, the backs for the Blues need to get more involved. As you saw, the forwards for the Blues, they're definitely setting the tone here. But it's a tale of two sides, and the Maroons are doing that really well. As we kind of see, that first try for them came through their backs.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it seems like they might be trying to get their backs a little bit more involved, like we've seen with Dom Ponkston just touching the ball a couple times in this set. So hopefully we see a little bit more of him. I'd love to see that. As Demando now steps past two. Man, he's a good player. They just cannot defend him at the moment. Blues defense really needs to try and get a little bit better on that edge, and now Malchus straight through. Oh my god, someone stop him. He's unstoppable. He must have broken through about 3 tackles there, and he got the offload. Now they're in the middle going through Chris Lord, but he's driven back Will Kay with a great tackle there. Maroons, which way are they going? They're going to go left out to Dixon. Dixon driving forward. Very good run from him on the 4th now. They're on the Blues 30-meter line. They're going to send it right. It's Malchus straight through the line. Oh, Malchus with the offloads has been incredible, but that one's actually probably hurt them more than it's helped them, as they lose quite a few meters from that one. It goes back to Jack Carl. Jack Carl, I'm not too sure who's underneath that. Oh, it's KCK. He's underneath it. He gets through the line, and he tries to run away, but Liam Ryan saw it coming. None of the Maroons were underneath that high ball. That could have been a contest, but they just didn't go for it. Pretlove, what do you think was going on there?
I mean, look, from the look of the contest from here, it looks like it was a bit of a bone-rattling tackle on the captain there, Will Kay. But it looked like the kick was a bit shallow. Like, it obviously got the height there, but I don't know if the kick placement was well, and that would probably account to the lack of chases.
Yeah, I reckon it. Oh, Will Kay straight through the line. He's trying to get back for that big hit put on him. Sticko Bro ends up with it. It was a good offload by Will Kay as well on the 5th now. It's gone back for TBK. Nearly runs into the ref. It's going to be a high ball. It's not greatly positioned. Corey Bell gets to it, but nothing comes from it, as it was just a bit too shallow there. That would have been a very hard one to make any sort of play come from. Not TBK's best kick there, Pretlove.
No, definitely not. I mean, at least the contest was there, but just not very well placed. A bit too shallow on that one.
Yeah, just it seems to be a theme so far with the kickers in this Origin. Hopefully they can lock in and start doing their kicks a bit more well calculated, I guess. As they go right, Liam Ryan trying to run it up, but the defense is good. Yigo and Maikazi having a very good stint here in the beginning of this game, as we're going to see them come off just shortly in just a few seconds. And it's 5th now. Maroons, they're close, but I don't think they're close enough for an attacking kick, and that's what Sonny Tai thinks as well. He just sends the punt down to Dom Pogston, and he's handled very well. The Maroons' defense on these outside backs has been incredible. It's going to be Walmsley now, running it up on this 1st. Blues, they really need to try and get in this grind. They need to get some meters. They need to really lock in here as they get the interchanges coming on. It's going to be Will Kay over to Walmsley. Walmsley with the offload to TBK. TBK just taken down. It's going to be 4th now. Goes right to O'Shea Ole, to Dingo, out to Barnes. Barnes, oh, if he got past that one defender, there was no one behind him, he would have had a lot of joy there, but the defense has just been so solid from Queensland. O'Shea Ole puts the deep one in. That's a very good kick out of trouble there. It goes all the way to Domeno. Domeno! Oh, Domeno straight through. These wingers are insane. It's Queensland, and Dingo just gets him. Once again, just having to stop an insane play by a Queensland winger. And it goes all the way out to Dixon now. Dixon just stopped. On the 2nd now, they've got tackles to play with here. Queensland, it's Sonny Tyre trying to barge over. On the 3rd, they go to Chris Lord. He wants another. Chris Lord is stopped though. That's some good defense from the Blues there. It's looking a bit dangerous. We're going to send it up to the bunker, but I reckon we all know what the outcome of this one will be. No try. Going to send it back to the 10 now. It's the 4th. They go right. Over to Liam Ryan. He tries to step one. Sonny Tyre. He gets the offload. Sonny Tyre. Sonny Tyre. He's going to score. The captain scored just like that. It's going up to the bunker. I'm not too sure. I think he scored this one on some absolutely rubbish player. Sonny Tyre. That's a great one from him. And maybe some of the Blues should have actually jumped in that tackle instead of letting that one poor old defender try and do that all himself. But oh well, Sonny Tyre, congratulations. The captain scoring there. That's some great work from him, Pretlove.
Yeah, absolutely. As commentators, we're really quick to jump on when Sonny Tyre makes a mistake there, but that's some great stuff from Sonny. He tried it a couple times earlier in the match, but he's finally got his barge over try. So this is some great work from the Maroons. This has really come off the back of their backs. They're both their wingers having really great touches and getting involved, and it's just propelling them up the field.
Yeah, at the moment, the Blues outside backs, they just can't defend the Queensland outside backs, and they're just letting him walk all over him. And it's telling the tale of this game so far. 12-0, 23 minutes in. You know, they really need to just figure out what they're doing here, because Queensland are walking all over the Blues right now. And these kick return tries, they're not tries, but these kick returns from the Queensland Maroons, it's just killing the Blues at the moment. They really need to lock in. As now we're seeing Monkey, he's on the field, making his first run. Goes to Cox, and the offload to Thorn. Thorn, straight through the middle. His speed is electric. He's been so good for them for so many seasons. You'd love to see him doing well. Because now it's, this man, Bo, straight through the middle. Just trying to get through there. Blues defense does do a little bit better, and Dixon, he's stopped there too. On the fourth now, it goes to Carl, out the back, Monkey trying to get through. No such luck though. On the fifth, they go out to Sonny Tyre. Sonny just kicking it all the way down to Dom Ponkston. Does he have anything for us? He steps one, but he's stopped. Sonny Tyre with a great tackle there. And man, Brett Love, how are they doing it? This defense from... Oh, wait, hold on. That's a great run from that man there. He's a great player. Never really heard of him, though. TBK, he's sending it all the way to the right. And Dingo's found some space. Dingo, good old Chaz. That's a great run from him. Third tackle now. The Blues, they have options. They go left, all the way to Amac. Amac just driving forward. On the fourth now, Blues, this is the best chance they've had to score. They send it left. It's going to be O'Shea Ole. He doesn't pass it though. He just runs it himself. He's going to be out of the mix for the fifth tackle option as well. That's going to be a bit disappointing as it's TBK. He puts the grubber in. It's a good one, but no defenders are there. Matt Oldfield, he's dangerous. Matt Oldfield, he's going to run away. Unless Wilke, he's in pursuit. He's trying to stop him, but no. Matt Oldfield will not be stopped, and he will cross the field to score. It is 16-0. Queensland are dominating in this one, and Maverick Oldfield is a superstar, and he cannot be stopped.
No, absolutely. You're right there, Muzza. It's just been outside back domination from the Maroons here. We spoke about it earlier in the match, and it's just been the overarching theme. The outside backs, especially the wingers, and I guess you can now see the centres as well, they're getting really involved, and it's just punishing the edge defence for New South Wales. Not sure what happened with that last tackle option to decide to run it yourself on the fourth, and then right idea from TBK to grab it across, but it just all fell apart for them.
Yeah, it looked like the players they weren't ready for that kick. They didn't really chase it. It just went straight into Mav Oldfield's hands, and once Mav gets it, he's basically gone there. And that's just what's so dangerous about these Queensland outside backs. They're all so good, talented, and in these situations, they know what they're doing in this outside back role. Whereas if you look at the Blues, they're all fullbacks, more or less. Actually, all of them are fullbacks, so maybe they've got a little bit less strategic knowledge in being in these positions. But as you see, Lachlan Cox straight through the line. Oh, he's too good. Sonny Tyre, not again with the goose. He's let the goose loose. Sonny Tyre nearly got away there. Oh man, Queensland, they're turning it on right now. It goes to Lord, out to Dixon. Dixon has been folded. That's some good defense from the Blues finally. And now Thorn, he thought he saw a little bit of space there, but Chaz Dingo runs up and stops him. It's the fourth. It goes left, all the way left, and Liam Ryan just strolls over. That was too easy for him. Nobody was there. He didn't even need to step. Nobody touched him. And now I think that is 4 of the Queensland's back 5 that have really put a huge statement on this game. Whereas none of the Blues outside five, back five have. Fred Love, it is all falling apart for the Blues right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially coming into that break, we've got 10 minutes left of play. 22, potentially 24 points to nil. It's a big deficit to overcome. The outside backs are going to have to start generating something. The forwards can't do it all themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. The forwards, they're trying everything they can, but man, when it just comes to these Queensland outside backs, the Blues outside backs are just getting outplayed, it seems. They just cannot keep up at the moment. Poor TBK, we're only 30 minutes into this one, he's already kicked off plenty of times. I think he's going to be a little bit tired soon. But hopefully, Will Kay's out there giving them a spray, because this is not Origin quality footy that we're seeing from the Blues at the moment. It's just the Monkeys running it up here. Almost getting to the 20. First tackle. Kevin Dixon driven back. That's a good tackle from the Blues. They'll be happy with that one. They just need to keep that sort of mentality there. As now we see Bo nearly getting through, but he's taken down by Will Kay. Oh, James Thorne. Oh, what was that? What was that, James Thorne? He passed to Coven Walmsley. I'm not too sure what his plan was with that. He tried to be tricky, but he pulled a trick on himself in the end, and now AMAC just going to run it up through the middle. That's a good tackle, though. He's driven back. The Blues have a good chance here. They need to score if they want to stay into this game. Coven Walmsley driving forward. They're set up on the left. That's where they'll go. Oh no, what's... No. Riley Murray did not want that ball. It's managed to hit his fat head. But luckily there's no knock on. It's the fourth. It goes to TBK. Oh, it's a funky pass. AMAC gets to it. I don't think he was the intended recipient for that ball anyways. It's the fifth. And Tim James runs it himself. He gets the offload, but that's forward. And I can't watch Brett Love. This is devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. To get that close to the try line, and yeah, they're just... I'm kind of lost for words. They're definitely going to need a regroup. It looks like half-time can't come quick enough for the Blues. They can get back in the sheds and reset. The Maroons, they've just been outstanding. You can't really fault them for anything. Their outside backs have showed up. Their forwards have been here. It's as a Blues fan, it's a bit devastating to see. But wow, this is some good football from the Maroons. As Jack Carl goes for the 40-20 attempt, and the less said about that, the better. As Dingo gets that one back.
Yeah, Dingo just trying to make an impact. Same with Bell here, but they're not having the same impact that the Queensland outside backs are having right now, as they are just being able to get tackled very easily. And oh man, Tim James with another forward offload. Man, that is very disappointing. Once again, the Blues just start to get an opportunity and they just give it up just like that. Liam Ryan nearly getting through. That's a good tackle there. It goes to Sonny Tyre, out to Caleb J. Ben O'Donnell, he's dangerous when he gets the ball. Don Pongston able to take him down though. Queensland, they go left. It's Thorne. Thorne running straight into Coven Walmsley. That's a good tackle. They go left. Monkey. They're all just trying to barge through the forward pack here. Old Queensland, and it seems to be working for them. They're not really being driven back. As you see Dixon doing the same thing once again. I mean, they can just glide through the rest of this game. They've gotten plenty of points. Oh dear. Jack Carl, that's one of his specialties.
He's kicked into the back of Justin Monkey as well.
I'm sure they practice that a lot at, I was going to say at North Queensland, but they're not even together anymore. I'm sure they used to practice that a lot back when they were together. And now Will Kay running it up here on the first. The Blues have just the sliver of time. They need to score. They do not want to go into half-time with nothing on the board. And Queensland having a 24-point lead. That will be devastating for them. Riley Murray now running it up on the third now. 2 minutes left in this one. TBK out to Don Pongston. Pongston, he's got space. Liam Ryan's there though. He can't get past him. They need to send it to someone who knows what they're doing. Tim James, I'm not sure if he's that guy right now after those forward passes. And now it's the 5th. The Blues have options. They go to TBK. Where is he doing? Oh, that's a great kick straight on the line. Who gets it? Eli Barnes, but no, he's taken down. That's a great tackle by Queensland. And they've just stopped the Blues from scoring in the first half, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett Love, this is incredible.
It is. It's incredible watching as a fan, just in terms of a fan of football. But as a New South Wales fan, this is, like you said earlier, a bit of a tough watching. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what else to say about this half. It's kind of had everything. Wow.
Yeah, wow is definitely a word for it. As we're about to go into half time, we'll see in the second one. Stay in your seats. Hello and welcome back to the second half of State of Origin Game 1. And if you are just joining us, it has been a very lackluster performance in that first half from the New South Wales Blues. And the Queensland Maroons, they are just absolutely on fire. Their outside backs are well and truly leading this outfit. It has just been an incredible watch to see these outside backs playing right now. And still with me, I got Josh Pretlove. Pretlove, what do you make of that first half?
Yeah, I mean, the less I said about the first half, the better, especially from a New South Wales standpoint. It was a great game of football so far.
Hold on. What is going on right now? I'm sorry for cutting you off, Pretlove, but holy. Riley Flynn ends up with that one. That was a bit expensive. I reckon Will Kay might have given the boys a spray at halftime and said, hey, just pass the ball around and stop being bad at the game. Because that was some incredible work. As we see Snicko straight through the line now. Maybe if he had an extra 5 speed there, he could have run away and scored that one. I guess we'll never know. It's 5th tackle now. TBK puts the high ball up. It's not a bad one. Don Pogston wants it, but Ben O'Donnell, he's been too good, and he gets that one. And Pretlove, I'll let you continue. I'm sorry for butting in.
No, it seems that New South Wales remembered how to play football. But no, look, when we looked at the stats there, we kind of noticed a couple big things. Obviously, possession was quite heavily skewed. The 2 errors that New South Wales had both came from that later end of the half. And the run meters. So New South Wales were kept to under 100 run meters each person, whereas the Maroons there were 4 or 5 of them that were above that 100 run meters by half time. But New South Wales definitely have their work cut out for them. They've got to equal the biggest comeback in SRL history, which was 24 points. That was back in season 8 of round 8. But that kick's gonna help the Blues for sure.
Yeah, they'll be happy about that. So I'm not too sure whose big fat head got in the way there. But the Blues will be very happy that they've gotten the ball in such good position. As we see Jack Jimmy straight through the line. Liam Ryan has to stop him, and he does. But that's going to be the first tackle. The Blues have a whole set on the opposition goal line. They have to score here. I know I've said it about 3 times now tonight, Brett Love, but they have to score here. It goes to Snicko. Snicko driving forward. He's going to try, but he's put on his back, and he doesn't even get there anyways. They go right. TBK trying to get himself over now, and TBK put on his back as well. They're going to go out 10 meters. And we don't need to go up to the bunker for this one. That's very good. 4th tackle now. It goes to Will Kay. Will Kay doing nothing there. Does nothing. A nothing play. Nothing was going on there at all for them. It goes to TBK. Puts up the high ball in the corner. Riley Flynn wants it, but no. Mav Oldfield gets to it. He's been too good. And the Blues, what are they doing? That was a whole set wasted. They did nothing with that entire set. Will Kay got the ball, ran it forward, did nothing.
Oh,
and now,
no.
the held in tackle penalty. You hate to see that. Queensland, they're just dancing on the Blues' graves right now. I don't see it getting any better for the Blues if they keep on playing like this, Brett Love.
No, absolutely not. The last thing you want to do is come off a fresh, the break nice and fresh, is give away a held in tackle penalty, and that's exactly what you want to do. Snicko, he's out for blood. Yeah,
the Blues, they look like they've been down and out all game, but that's probably with the exception of one player, and that's Snicko, bro. He's probably been the best Blues player tonight. He's had a real impact in this game, and although the team isn't really with him there, he's still putting in all his effort, and you got to respect that. It's the 4th now. Queensland, they send it right. Sonny Tyre just trying to get through that line. The Blues hang on just barely though. It's the 5th now. Goes back for Butterfield. Butterfield just punting it into the corner. Corey Bell has an opportunity here, but Mav Oldfield with the tackle. He makes it look easy. Corey Bell, one of the best steppers in the game. And Mav Oldfield just makes quick work of him as Chaz Dingo gets straight through the line. This is what they need. Liam Ryan, he's in hot pursuit. The pass is there. Jacob Morrison, he was in support. That was incredible work to find the support player. Maybe the Blues aren't down and out after all. It goes to TBK. They send it right. Jack Jimmy, he's just driven back. That's great defense there from Queensland. It's the 3rd. They go right. O'Shea Ole, inside ball for Chaz Dingo. I think he needs a break. He's looking a bit tired there. Queensland holding on to the tackle for a long time. Ref is not calling any penalties though for them. It goes to TBK. They're not doing anything. They need to get it to the outside backs or the forwards. These half runs aren't going to get them through the line here. It goes to Will Kay. He puts the high ball up. Is anyone in pursuit? No, the Blues, they just don't contest it. Demando takes it easily, but Will Kay makes a good tackle there. Brett Love, it just looks like the Blues don't know what to do at the moment. And Queensland have just made a vital mistake and just invited the Blues straight back into an attacking opportunity. And you would hope that they can try and score here. They would definitely want to, as Amac is going to drive forward. Amac's going to score. He gets there. It's going to go up there to the bunker. We'll see what the ref thinks. He thinks it's a try, and so do I. Anthony McDonald starts the scoring for the Blues in the 50th minute of this game. I was hoping that it wouldn't take this long to see a bit of competition on the field. But the Blues, maybe that's all they needed, and they can get themselves back into this one, Brett Love.
Absolutely. Great stuff from AMAC to get across the line there. And I guess New South Wales are going to be channeling their inner Chris Lords. It's only early days.
Yeah, early days. The game is not over till the fat lady sings. And I don't hear any fat ladies singing just yet. We've still got another 30 minutes of this game. Oh, it would be a monumental effort if the Blues could come back here. They would really need to just start playing out of their mind. And I reckon the Queensland Maroons would need to start playing very poorly. But after that forward pass and that just terrible position that the Maroons did just earlier to allow that try to happen, you never know, as Snicko's going to run it up for the team. It's the 1st. Slow play the ball. They go left to Anthony McDonald, having a run after his own try. You love to see that. 2nd now. Slow play the ball again. The Blues, they need to get these quick play the balls. It goes to KCK. He's got a bit of space. That's what they needed. The outside backs getting involved for the Blues. They have not been very involved so far. It's the 3rd. They go right. Tim James. Oh, great pass from Tim James. His best one all night. Will Kay straight through the line. Liam Ryan has to come in and make that tackle. That's an important one from Liam Ryan as well. They go left. Huge pass to Jacob Morrison there. The Blues need to score here again. The going back to back would be absolutely huge for them in tries. It goes to TBK. He puts a high ball up. Who's underneath it? Is anyone underneath it? No. Nobody for the Blues tries to contest that ball. And that is very disappointing. You would have thought that they would be a little bit more desperate than that, Brett Love.
Yeah, absolutely. Malchus. Wow. Steamrolls Will Kay.
Yeah, and Sonny Tyre gets the offload as well. And sorry, Brett Love, I'll let you continue.
I lost my train of thought with that. I don't even know where I was going.
I was hoping that you'd remember. I lost my train of thought too. Butterfield runs it up there. 4th tackle. Dixon, oh man. The Blues, they're just not giving it their all right now. It goes out to Carl. Carl with the high ball. Riley Flynn's underneath it, and he takes that one nicely. And he gets past one, and he's taken into touch. Riley Flynn, not the best option there, running straight into touch. You'd hope that he might have tried to go infield there. You know, he's trying to make a play happen for his team. He's trying to get past these players. But look at that. Jack Carl just shepherding him towards the touchline for Liam Ryan to just monster him and take him out. And now Queensland, man, the pressure just builds. They say that pressure makes diamonds, but I'm yet to see any from New South Wales so far. So we see a big hit. AMAC getting involved in the defense and the attack at the moment. As Dixon straight through the line, he tries to weave inside out, but Chaz Dingo's not falling for it. It's the third. They send it left. Demando, oh, he's taken down by Riley Flynn. That was an important tackle for him to make. It's the fourth. They're sending it out to Dixon, and Dixon just strolls over like nothing. The Blues let him get straight through, and he's given the referee a little hug right now as well. He's probably happy with the calls that have been given to Queensland tonight, as now Queensland, they just are going to be able to have the opportunity to put this into a 30-point game. And look at that. That might have been a bit of an obstruction play. Brett Love, what do you reckon there?
Yeah, look, I'd love to have the bunker view and slow it down a couple times and try and draw it out, but I guess we don't have that technology here. It's a bit unfortunate, but I guess the New South Wales, they let them get to this position, so can't really say much about that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't let the game be this out of your hands from the Blues. They're really just showing a lack of will. Lack of will K, almost. None of the Blues have really turned up for this one. We've seen a couple standouts for them, but you know, one player, two players, they can't really do enough to win a game all by themselves. When you look at this Queensland team, they're all playing very well. I can't really note down any bad player on the team right now, but you know, I could probably name you 17 that just haven't been up to standards from the Blues as well. As now we're on the second. Sonny Tyre just running it up for his team there. He loved the captain just staying involved in this game. It's probably what's given the Queenslanders so much heart in this one. They're set up on the short side too, as that's a forward pass. The Blues, they might be happy about losing some of that pressure on them. They're just there. Maybe they can even get a try. Let's see it. First tackle, Riley Flynn. He doesn't go into touch this time. That's very good from him. Jack Jimmy with the offload. Tim James nearly goes through. That's some good work from the Blues. Keeping the ball moving there. They go left. Snicko Bro, he wants one. He deserves one. But he's not going to get over. Third tackle, Tim James sends it left. Morrison can't get through. That looked very close. I thought maybe he'd be able to barge his way. But no, Tim James sends it right. TBK, Chaz Dingo, he wants to drive forward. He's taken down though. Fifth tackle. What are the Blues going to do? They need something good here. TBK looks like he wants it. And he sends it all the way out to Ole. Trick play. The high ball. Who's underneath it? It's Ben O'Donnell. He's just been too good. Under the high ball, nobody has been able to beat him so far this game. Oh, that's a huge hit. Anthony McDonald, he's really turned the pace up in this second half. He's had a really good one here. Josh Butterfield trying to run it up. Blues defense is actually very good right now. If they don't let the Queenslanders get through the line this set, they might even get another chance on the Queensland line in their next set. We'll see it. Jack Carl sending it out to Liam Ryan. That's a good tackle. Anthony McDonald making that one as well. He's had a very good one. It goes out to Jack Carl once again. That's surely offside, referee. He's looking the wrong way. I'm not too sure what he's thinking. But nonetheless, the Blues will get the ball, even though they probably should have gotten a penalty in that one. Tim James, what are you doing? He just runs it forward. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Old Timmy was just watching the ball. That's okay, though. It goes to Dingo. Dingo tries to step, but he's not getting through. Riley Flynn at dummy half now. Goes to O'Shea Ole. Good ball. Eli Barnes. He scores out of nowhere. That was a great ball. The best one I've seen from the Blues tonight. That is some great play. Eli Barnes playing in the props. I hate to say it, but it might be too little too late. James Thorne just caught ball watching there. Lachlan Cox nearly stopping that try, and Eli Barnes making a huge impact in this second half. Maybe giving the Blues just a little breath of life there. Well,
28 points in 20 minutes. This is definitely something that we can No, not 28 points. Jeez. You can tell I'm not a mathematician. 18 points in about 20 minutes. This is something that I'd love to see happen, and it'd be great for the SRL to see just get closer even.
Yeah, look, it'd be good to just see the Blues really start to show some heart here, as in the first 40 it was just a failure to launch, really, and the Blues just they just weren't looking like they were ready to hack it. They just came into that first half not ready for what was about to happen. Igor Markazi back on the field now. I'm keen to see how he does. He had a very big impact in his first stint. So we'll see. Oh, Eli Barnes is flattened, and Kevin Dixon goes in for a double. Eli Barnes, he was the saviour a minute ago, and now he's been taken down. Oh man, Kevin Dixon, he's run away with another one. That's a double for him. Queensland just showing that they have won this game. The Blues really have just shown up to this stadium not ready for what was going to happen. Suncorp Stadium was just too big of an obstacle for the Blues to hurdle. And that's going to be 36 points if Jack Carl can convert this one. And this is looking a bit scary if you're a Blues fan. They are just not looking up for the battle right now, Pretlove.
No, absolutely. It seemed that everything that could have gone wrong for the Blues has gone wrong tonight. As you mentioned, the backs, they couldn't get firing. The forwards, they fired really early and really well, but they just had no support from their back line. And everything that could go right has gone right for the Maroons. 1-17, they've been pretty much on fire the whole night.
Yeah, I reckon it's just like a great team chemistry there that we're seeing. And now it just brings you to the thought, what does Will Kay have to do to bring this back and try and get a win in the game 2, as we see Johnson just running straight through the line. It's a very difficult question to think about, because what could you change in this team to really make it competitive? Is it a fluke? Do they just need a fresh start? Do they just stick with what they've got and hope to do better? Do they wipe the whole team out? I don't even know if they've got the ability to do that, the captains this season. But it's definitely a question that Will Kay needs to think about here. As you see Sonny Tyre sending it all the way down to Dom Pongston. Pongston will want something, but he can't even step the Maroons' defense. They're just too good. Caleb J, Ben O'Donnell, that's been a great combination tonight. Igor Markazi straight through the line with the offload as well. Tim James, he's going to run away. The defense is still there though. The cover defense for Queensland has been great all night. Tim James with a great effort there though. Jack Jimmy just driving forward. Third tackle. What have the Blues got in store for us? It's O'Shea Ole. He's flat-footed. That is not the run that they would have wanted there. Fourth tackle now. Goes out to Morrison. Morrison driven back. Queensland are just having their way with the Blues right now. It's the fifth tackle. They send it all the way out the back. TBK knocks it on. It's just, when it rains it pours, Pretlove. This is just horrible to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just been a mugging, really. That Queensland have come in with an objective and they've done it. I mean, this man Kevin Dixon has been electric for them for the whole game, and that's just one player out of that 17 you could highlight. So, like you said, lots of things to think about. I don't even know where you'd start, and thank God that's not my responsibility.
Yeah, look, it's a very tough decision that Will Kay has on his hands. Like, how do you fix this? And Johnson's in. Johnson's in. They can't be stopped. They're not done. And I would be. I'm not gonna assume that's gonna be the last try in this game either, because Queensland are not ready to hang up the boots. They are ready to keep on scoring here. And look at that. It's too easy. What even was that? He nearly fumbled it. And then just said, oh, alright, I'll score. Nobody's in front of him. Bumps off one player, then just strolls over. Jack Carl He's had a great night from the boot as well. 6 out of 6 conversions. You got to applaud him at that, even though they've all been pretty easy. But man, the Maroons, they're just playing too well for the Blues to even keep up, and the Blues are just playing too bad to ever be a chance in this contest. It's very disappointing from a fan standpoint. Even if you're a Queensland fan, you'd be hoping that there would be more competition in this game, and you'd hope that there would be just a little bit of heart from New South Wales in this one as well. Because now there's 10 minutes left. The Blues, I think that they just don't want to let Queensland score again. Forget about scoring yourselves. Just stop the embarrassment and hold that defense. Hold your defensive line. As Chad Johnson's going to run straight through. Man, he's having an impact. He's had a great game, hasn't he, Brett Love?
Yeah, absolutely. Even since he's come back onto the field, because he was a part of that 60th minute prop rotation, he's been great. And Liam Ryan's going to get another break.
Yeah, I'm keen to see the stats at the end of this one because, man, I do not know who's going to be a standout in this Queensland team because they've all really been standing out. One that comes to mind, Kevin Dixon, man, he's had a great one. Liam Ryan's had a great one. Look at that. He had no right to do that, get those extra meters, but he does it anyways, and that's what makes him such a great player, especially at this level. Luke Malkus with the kick, goes all the way down to Ponkston. Ponkston, he has space. Liam Ryan's there in pursuit. Sonny Tyre with the ankle tap. That is incredible work from the captain. And you can't count Sonny Tyre out either. He's had an absolutely incredible game. And I'd say most of this win you could just chalk down to him just playing great. As we see Chaz Dingo making a break here as well. Lets the goose loose for a second. On the second tackle now. O'Shea Ole all the way out to Corey Bell. Bell steps one. Tries to get through the line. It's the third now. Blues have 8 minutes to try and bring this lead down a little bit for their own sanity's sake. Riley Flynn sends it left and he's passed it forward. Oh, Riley Flynn. He hasn't had the best one tonight since coming on the field. It's been a rough game for him, but can you blame him when you come onto the field at the 40th minute after half time and your team is already losing 24-0? Man, it just puts so much pressure on you as a player, and I'm sure it just would have been very hard for him, especially since he's not exactly as much of a veteran in this Origin arena as other people on the field. And you would have just really expected those vets to step up. As we see a terrible shank of a kick here, goes straight to KCK. He's not able to get too far though. The Blues, they want to try. I want to try. I think even the Queensland fans might want to try from them because it's been a failure to launch. It goes to the right, the left side. Ponkston straight through. Ponkston. Oh, he tries to get through. I would have loved to see him not even offload that. They lose a bit of field position there. Eli Barnes gets it now. Just setting them up right in the middle. They have choices left or right. They go right. O'Shea Ole just running it himself. That's been a theme on the fourth tackle, counting himself out for the fifth. It hasn't exactly worked for the Blues either. And Snicko, bro, he's the recipient on the fifth tackle. What is going on, Brett Love?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It looks like they're trying to play the safe option instead of trying to concede a kick return. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I got no real explanation for that there. That's baffling.
Yeah, look, it just hasn't been good footy from the Blues. There's nothing else you can really describe it as. There's 5 minutes left in this one, and they, instead of sending it to a half or trying to make a play happen, they just send it to Snicko to run forward on the fifth tackle. It's not something that you like to see. The Blues will be disappointed with this one as well. It just has not been their night, and I'm hoping that we see a little bit more from them. Sonny Tyre just doesn't even want to kick. He doesn't care. Doesn't even want to give them the opportunity for a kick return try. And he's a smart man, Sonny Tyre. I think that will make New South Wales' job even harder. Just not able to get their backs involved in that one. As you see, Jack Jimmy trying to make a run through the middle. He's put a lot of heart into this one, Jack Jimmy. He's probably been a player who's who hasn't made a lot of mistakes. He's really just been in the grind, but obviously he can't make too much of an impact just at that 12 jersey. Can only do so much. As you see Igor running it up there. They go right. TBK over to Eli Barnes. Barnes not able to do anything there. It's the 5th tackle now. 2 minutes left in this game. The Blues try something. Try your hand, mate. TBK puts it up. Is any of the Blues going to try and contest it? No, they're not. Igor Maikazi with a huge hit, though. And he's going to try and drive him back into his own in goal. That was some good vision from Igor, but no help from his team there, though. Ben O'Donnell's just going to run it up, and the Queenslanders, they're just going to let this game fizzle out, I reckon. Pretlove, this has not been a good showing. This is not what you want from Origin footy. You'd hope for a good contest, but we have not seen that tonight as Tom Pongston makes his best play all night. Unfortunately, it's in the last 30 seconds of the game. Would have loved to see something like that a bit earlier. Queensland just trying their hand because I guess why not? And the Blues, they've got less than a minute left. If they want to try something out, that almost looked forward there. Man, that would have been awfully disappointing if that was forward. The Blues, come on, do something for us. They send it out to Snicko. Not a bad option. He nearly gets past Lord. 2nd tackle now. They'll get one more play. It's TBK out to Eli Barnes. Eli Barnes tries to get through, but Lord takes him down, and that will be game. Queensland dominate in this one, and the Blues will have some soul searching to do, Pretlove.
Absolutely. 30 points. That was the difference for tonight. Yeah, there's a lot of things that the captains are going to have to look into. A little bit less for Sonny Tyre and his leadership team to look into. But definitely big changes, I would imagine, are ahead for New South Wales as we head to Game 2, which I believe, from the top of my head, I believe Game 2 is going to be held in Adelaide, a neutral venue.
Yeah, well, that might be exciting. I would assume that the Blues would be trying to change up their halves combo in the next one. Because, I don't know, the halves did nothing in this game, actually. But, you know, it might have been an off game. I guess we'll find out. Will Kay is not a silly fellow. He knows what he's doing, so maybe we'll see a few changes. We'll see what he thinks. As Prelov, I'll let you read out these stats.
Yeah, as we look down the line, I won't really touch too much on the tries and conversions, as we saw that kind of play out. But possession was relatively 50-50, 56% possession to 44. Only a small little change there. Completion rates, Queensland obviously completing at that much higher rate. New South Wales 18 out of 24 sets. So that's not great at all. 7 errors. As we saw, quite a few of them coming out of dummy half. So that's probably something they're going to want to tidy up before the next game. They made 40-odd more tackles. They missed relatively about the same, and line breaks were also about the same. So they did good in quite a few areas there, but the errors, I'd have to definitely say the errors, they killed them there big time. As we take a bit of a look at some more of the player stats.
Yeah, as we just look at that, Kevin Dixon, 232 meters. There's no surprises there. Heaps of meters, 2 tries, 5 line breaks. He was just a freak tonight. That is an absurd performance. Just looking down the line, Luke Malchus, what an impact he had as well. Look at that. 167 meters, 18 tackles, got 5 line breaks as well as a prop. That's just not something you see every day, and it just shows you how much of a easy time the Queenslanders had in this game. Ben O'Donnell not too far down there. Maverick Oldfield right underneath him. 2 try assists for Old Mav as well, and a try. That's incredible work from the centre. You don't see that too often for a centre. He had a really good one tonight. Xavier Demando, great game from him. 4 line breaks, 144 run meters. Chris Lord, a really good one from him as well, getting 100 meters, getting a try. Liam Ryan didn't even need to get too involved, didn't even crack over 100 meters, surprisingly enough. It felt like he did, but even still, they didn't need him to. They got enough meters without him running the ball constantly and getting those meters, as he's gotten them a try assist and a try as well. Chad Johnson, he had a really good second stint. I think that was one of the great second stints of all time. He had a really good one, 91 meters as well. Lachlan Cox just doing his job, 14 tackles, 2 missed. You know, Queensland, they were almost perfect tonight, Love, I reckon.
Absolutely, and another man that you could call almost perfect tonight is someone that does get a bit of flack. Sonny Tyre. We're going to highlight him here for a sec. So we take a bit of a look. 150 meters, ran 13 tackles, only 1 missed, couple of line breaks, couple kick meters, and the big one here is no errors. It's not very often, and I can't actually recall a Sonny Tyre game that I've seen where there's been no errors from the man. So he's picked a great time to step up, and it's the Origin Arena. What better place to do that?
Oh, Sonny Tyre, what a player! No errors. Who would have thought the day would come?
Well, yeah,
and in this Origin game.
Who would have thought all it took was the SRL restarting? SRL going to SRL 2. As we'll take a look at some New South Wales stats. And as we kind of take a look here, Tim James, 26 tackles, 2 missed, a couple tackle breaks. So good stint from him at dummy half. Obviously two errors, especially out of dummy half. That's something that they're going to want to tidy up. Chaz Dingo, 171 run meters. Dom Pongston, Snicko, 138 run meters in his 57 minutes there. That's a pretty good impact from the man there. 21 tackles as well from him. None of them missed, and quite a few hits for the reel there. O'Shea Ole, 109 run meters. So that's kind of where the good times stop. As we kind of look down the line, couple of players close to that 100 run meters. But I mean, Will Kay there, just having a look, 29 tackles, only 1 missed. That's a good effort from the lock spot there, getting that many tackles in 66 minutes. I guess, yeah, look, you can kind of see the stark difference between Queensland and New South Wales here, but it came from their outside backs. Is there anything that you think I've missed here, Riley?
Yeah, no, not really. It's just lackluster all around the board, isn't it? Really, Snicko, bro, the only real notable performance here, like in both attack and defense, he had just a really good game, but no one else really catching out my eye either. You know, you see Chaz Dingo, Dom Pongston, they had quite a few runs, quite a few run meters, but it didn't really amount to anything in the game, unfortunately. But I think that might be all that we have time for tonight. As thank you all for watching the State of Origin Game 1. Game 2 will be coming shortly, so hopefully we see a bit more of a competitive game. We will see you all in the second game. Thank you for watching.